I recognize the gentleman from Oregon, Mr. Schrader, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, today I rise to discuss an important and timely issue negatively affecting the welfare of the horses of this great country. It's called soring. Soring is the act of deliberately causing pain to exaggerate the leg motion of high-gaited horses such as Tennessee walkers. This inhumane practice, despite being illegal for almost 40 years, is still used far too often by many owners and trainers to win in the show ring. Today, I hope that I can persuade you, my fellow members of Congress, to take interest in this issue, to oppose this cruel and illegal practice, and to increase the support for the USDA's horse protection program. Horses are sored in several different ways. Caustic materials such as kerosene or mustard oil are applied to the lower leg. This makes the horse's leg sensitive, so when certain cruel devices like chains are placed against it, it causes severe pain, causing the horse to lift its leg high in an exaggerated gait. There are other common approaches also, like trimming the hoof excessively, exposing sensitive tissues, inserting devices between the shoe pads and the sole of the horse, and frankly, improper shoeing techniques. No matter the technique, its purpose is to cause the horse pain so that it lifts its leg higher and faster. While rest and training may allow some of these horses to eventually recover from that harm, others suffer irreversible hoof damage and are actually crippled for life. And the harm caused by soring is not just physical. The mental damage done to the horse can make its rehabilitation difficult, if not impossible. Soring is so egregious, it's actually been illegal in this country for over 40 years. The Horse Protection Act was passed in 1970. So why, 40 years later, are we still having the same conversation? The problem lies within the culture of some of those in the walking horse industry, where unethical trainers, unethical owners not only continue this practice, but use tricks to deceive detection. Substantial financial gains come from winning horse shows, and this makes soring appealing to many unscrupulous owners and trainers. Soring is a shortcut that overshadows the balance and collection seen in the beautiful natural movement of horses that perform tracking gaits. These gaits can actually be soring by investing proper time, training, and conditioning on the horse. The Horse Protection Program at USDA serves as a regulatory enforcement for the Horse Protection Act. Unfortunately, due to budget constraints, USDA inspectors only attend a small fraction of the shows. In 2011, USDA documented 587 violations of the Act, while attending only 62 of the 600 to 700 shows held that year. Fiscal year 2012 was the first time in the history of the Horse Protection Program that it actually received more than $500,000 in funding. In February this year, Barney Davis, a Tennessee trainer, was convicted of soring, fined $4,000, and sentenced to a year in prison. In March, nationally known trainer Jackie L. McConnell and 3 of his associates were charged with 52 counts of violating the Horse Protection Act. These recent charges, including the first 2 convictions in 2 decades under the U.S. Horse Protection Act, have brought increased attention to this horrible abuse. These indictments and prosecutions are long overdue, and I applaud U.S. attorneys and USDA civil servants who have courageously worked to end soring. But adequate funding of the Horse Protection Program is critical for enforcement of this act and to the prevention of this abusive practice. It's imperative that USDA's Horse Protection Fund be adequately funded, ensuring the end of this cruel practice. Financial backing must be supported, not hampered by this Congress. The American Veterinary Medical Association has condemned soring for over 40 years. I join my fellow veterinarians across America in calling for a stop to this heinous abuse of America's horses. We in Congress need to stand up as well, speak out against this egregious form of animal cruelty. It is time for soring to end. And I yield back.
The gentleman yields back. The chair